Switching gears now to the weather, and the heat is on for the rest of the week, right, Paul?
Yeah, everybody gets to take their masks off just in time for temperatures to skyrocket, so at least there's some comfort to be found. Let's take a look at what you need to know weather-wise. Not as much fog spreading across the bay as we head through the rest of tonight. In fact, I think we're going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the day on Wednesday, and temperatures are going to take another big step up. Even around the bay, we're in for a warm-up, but the peak of the heat is going to be inland, and it's going to be on Thursday. And then next week, back to near normal, maybe even slightly below average temperatures. We'll talk more about that with the 7-day outlook in just a second. First, let's look outside, and the breeze has picked back up in San Francisco. You can see the flag rippling in the wind, but it's not as windy as it was last night. Still, that onshore breeze has pushed temperatures back down into the upper half of the 60s downtown, mid-70s in Oakland, mid to upper 70s in San Jose, with 80s and 90s farther inland. But again, the real heat is right around the corner. Temperatures tomorrow are going to be hot already. If you're heading out to either the A's or Giants game, perfect evening for baseball. The A's taking on the Angels in Game 2 of their 3-game series, 72 degrees for the first pitch at 6:40. Just 5 minutes later for the Giants' first pitch in Game 2 of 4 against the Diamondbacks. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler on the San Francisco side of the bay in the lower half of the 60s by the time 6:45 rolls around. And it's going to be a noticeable breeze, but it's not as windy as it was 24 hours ago. And the wind is going to calm down once the sun goes down this evening. The wind won't be as much of a factor over the next few days. That's part of why temperatures are going to warm up. Really, it all just fits together with that big desert air mass settling in overhead, just pressing down on us and suppressing that onshore wind. It's not going to go away, but it's going to be quite a bit lighter as we head through the day tomorrow. The strongest gusts on the map, of course, Bodega Bay is always the windy spot with 30-mile-an-hour gusts there, but we're talking mostly in the teens for the strongest gusts by tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures tonight are going to drop down into the 50s. Not a whole lot of variation. Everybody dropping down to between 50 degrees in Santa Rosa to 63 degrees in Antioch, but you're going to be the warm spot by a pretty wide margin. Most of us in the mid to upper 50s to start the day on Wednesday, and then high temperatures are going to be well above average by Wednesday afternoon. About 5 to 10 degrees above normal around the bay, but 10 to 15 degrees above normal farther inland, and you see how close that puts us to 100 degrees in Concord, and you're not going to be the hot spot around the Bay Area. We'll zoom in for a closer look. Mid to upper 60s along the coast. That's above normal for June. Temperatures closer to 90 degrees down the peninsula, and in the upper 70s and low to mid 80s around the south end of the bay, with temperatures in the Santa Clara Valley reaching up to around 90 degrees in most spots, but Morgan Hill significantly warmer, knocking on the doorstep of triple digits. You'll hit triple digits in the usual hot spots, Fairfield, Antioch, Brentwood, up to or above 100 degrees. Mostly mid to upper 90s for the Tri-Valley. Not quite record-setting, but getting there. And on Thursday, we have a better chance of actually at least tying, if not breaking, some of those records. 70s and even some low 80s around the bay, with temperatures reaching up into the low to mid 90s for most of the North Bay, and temperatures farther north are also going to be hot, up to around 100 degrees for St. Helena, Cloverdale, and Ukiah, and just short around Clear Lake. But let's look ahead to Thursday with the peak of this heat wave. Again, it's going to be warmer around the bay, but well away from record territory for San Francisco. But highs will get close to 80 degrees. Mid-80s for Oakland, 4 degrees off the record. San Jose, forecasting a high temperature 1 degree away from Thursday's record high. And I think we're going to break records for Santa Rosa, for Livermore, and in Concord, all the way up to 107 degrees in Concord. And again, those usual hot spots closer to 110 degrees on Thursday. Mercifully, this is only a 3-day heat wave. Friday, we start backing down a little bit, and that's a trend that will continue Saturday and Sunday. Father's Day is looking good. And then by next week, temperatures down into the lower half of the 80s, even inland, Monday and Tuesday, which is below normal for the middle of June. And we might even have some coastal drizzle, something to look forward to. When's the last time you looked forward to a drizzly day?
I don't know, but it sounds great.
We're famous for it.
Yeah, just spend a little time in Fairfield the next couple days and you'll welcome it.
You'll go back to Pacifica.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder about Father's Day, too.
Yeah, it's the card in the mail.
Got to get on the ball with my dad. Thanks, Paul.